Hello.
Hello, everybody. Let's say hello. Give us a thumbs up. Let us know. I like turning on the volume so I can hear. Oh, what a goober.
We haven't done this in so long, so
It
bear
took
with
me
us.
forever to figure out how to actually go live. All right. You guys can hear us. Tell us where you're from. Give us a thumbs up. I'm going to hop back up to the front. Hey, Betty. Hey, Lindsay. Hey, Debbie. Tanya. Hello from Switzerland. Holy cow.
Wow.
Hello.
Thanks for joining us.
Hey, Ashley from Wyoming. Hey, Maria. Robin from Arizona.
Miss Gail. I recognize so many of these names.
You do.
There's Jeremy with Whole Other Level Outdoors. Hey, buddy.
What's up, Jeremy? Hello from Oregon, Arkansas. Gary from East Texas. Nancy from Pensacola. Hello, Pops Flowers from Seattle. Well, hello. Their flower farm. That's cool.
There's my buddy Ron from Creators of the Lost Art.
Hello. Where do you see him? I need to make him moderator.
Right there.
Okay, let's see. Whoa. Okay. Oh, man. Add moderator. Ron, I just gave you the power, my friend. Ron is actually headed over to our house after our live because he built us a table, which I'm hoping to get some footage of that and show you guys. But he and his wife and their kiddos do a YouTube channel, and they're just kind of starting out. It's really cool. He can build and do anything. So you guys go check him out. I'm going to give everybody a few minutes to hop on because, well, we started a little early. If you hear June screaming, send prayers.
Terrific twos.
Hello, Christy from Missouri. Lori, Mark. Whoa, from Northern Ireland. Is that like a real scream?
That's a I'm not getting what I want scream.
My dad's here. Bless him. He's
got his hands full.
Yeah, he does. Hello, Sherry from Northern Ohio. Jessica, hello from Minnesota. Ashley from North Carolina. Whoa, it just jumped. Hello from Canada.
Willowbrook Homestead.
Hey, Jesse. Oh, they had an accident. My dad said they bumped heads. Bless them. Hello. Okay, so if you guys have questions, if you'll put them in all caps so we can make sure we can grab them. Hello from Tennessee, North Carolina. Man, there's so many. I'm like having a hard time keeping up. This is fun. We haven't hung out with you guys in such a long time.
Hey, there's Lee from Penland Pastures. Hey, buddy.
Oh, hey, but those are the North Carolina folks. Okay, so many of you guys. It's like ringing a bell. You okay, June? Come here, real quick. Did you have an accident and hurt your head? Come here. Look, I'm going to let you say hi, and then you're going to go down there with Papa, okay? Oh. Tell him hello. Oh, no. Did you bump your head? Yeah. Oh, goodness. All right. Okay. You going to sit here for a minute? Hang out with us? All right. What's up, guys? Everybody's telling you hi, June.
Say hi.
Do you make apple cider vinegar? We have never made apple cider vinegar before.
I've had some wine go bad that turned into vinegar.
That is true. That is true. Huh? Okay. Okay, finally home in Bama. How's the laundry situation? You don't want that?
So, we took some of your advice. My friend Ron from Creators of Lost Art came over and helped me with all kind of chores. My hot water heater went out, or the heating element went out, and he pulled out the dryer. We took the dryer vent off and sucked it out, and it's drying much better. However, I don't think it's working properly because we still have to do 2 cycles just to dry a load of towels. But it is working better. It's not taking 4 cycles anymore. So more than likely, we're either going to need to change the heating element or buying a new dryer, unfortunately. All right, I see lots of questions that we have missed, and I apologize.
Okay.
Everyday items, favorite ways to preserve. Well, let me just tell you, I'm jumping on this freeze dryer train right now, and I'm pretty excited about it.
As a matter of fact.
I mean, not because it is a new toy, just because I see all the benefits of it. But I mean, I'm not going to freeze dry everything. We're still going to preserve lots of different things the way we've always done. Green beans in a freezer bag.
There's so many of you on here. This is making me so happy. Which ones did you grab? Did you grab any?
I don't know. It's going so fast.
Okay, Amber, I am glad you brought this up. Did you thank Ashley for the super chat?
No, I just saw it. Sorry.
Ashley, thank you. Thank you to you and Lauren for all the plant sale tips. Been taking a lot of notes. That's so awesome. We're so happy to hear that. Amber said, okay, all. We need a GoFundMe for Nate's side by side.
All right, so.
This was a large reason why we decided to go live tonight.
Yes. Let me explain this.
Please explain this.
So I did that, wink, wink,
to be a turd.
To be a turd and throw Jill under the bus. If you guys have been with us from the beginning, we have told you that, when we started out this journey, we were not going to go into debt. Mm-hmm. And we're still that way. So with that being said, we feel like if we wanted to, we could go out and finance one.
Yeah.
I think we could make that monthly payment work.
Yeah.
However, we don't do anything else like that. And so we are actively working towards that. We are saving money to be able to purchase that outright. I made that video and I thought it was funny and I threw Jill under the bus, but we are in not dire need of a side by side right now.
That's right.
But I think it's funny, and thank you guys.
Yes, y'all. When we started seeing those, we're like, we have got to address this. That is something we hold a lot of value in being debt free on this journey, and we appreciate you guys so much. Like the fact that y'all are just so thoughtful and selfless, to where you're like, oh, let's help make this happen. But we, in good conscience, couldn't do that, and we're putting things in place. We're putting things in place and setting things back to be able to do that, or at least put down a good, chunk on the front end of that. And reality is we're not there yet. And so therefore we really don't need it that bad.
Well, and, everybody has priorities, right? Things that you have to prioritize with your expendable income. Well, when we moved in here, we wanted to remodel a bathroom. We wanted to rip up carpets and do floors. And so, as much as I love that side by side right now, those things have taken place. And so we've put money towards that. And anyways, there is a fund, there is a savings for a side by side. And it may not be a side by side, it may be a tractor.
The thing is I love this man. And it's not that I don't want to get it for him. We'll get it.
It'll happen.
Yeah, it'll happen.
And there's been so many times in our journey where we've wanted something so bad, and we could have gone into debt doing it, but relying on God's timing and not my timing, my impatient timing.
Preach.
It has paid off in the long run.
It has, absolutely. Somebody asked for a P.O. box. I don't even remember who it was. I did type that down there. Somebody had also asked if we were going to the Okie conference.
We are.
We're actually speaking with Hostels. We're going to have a booth. We're actually going to be vendors. We're going to be vendors. Sean and Melanie at Mindful Farmer, Mindful Kitchen are going to be vendors.
Hopefully.
Ice Web Homestead. What are 5 easy flowers to grow?
That is Miss Lakota.
Oh, hi. Sunflowers are super easy. Zinnias, cosmos are super easy.
Also easy to sell and get rid of.
Yeah, basil is super easy. Like an herb is really easy that could be used for like an edible or
A filler.
Look at you, I'm teaching him stuff. Hello, Jill, is my message about cut flowers. I did not see your message. If you will please ask it again. Hey, Nathan, did you get the kale dried? Whoa, it just jumped up so quickly. You guys, I'm sorry.
I have not.
Tessa, that was really sweet. She gave you $20 for your side-by-side fun. You guys, y'all are sweet. You really are. Y'all are keepers.
Thank you. What was that question?
Favorite blend for second fermentation for kombucha?
Ooh, great question.
We made, so probably the strawberry mint and the blackberry lime were our favorites.
Yeah, that blackberry lime I could drink daily. It was fantastic.
Seasonally, though, I did honeydew melon, and it was amazing, too.
Yeah, really that honeydew melon had so much sugar in it, though, natural sugars, that you got to be real careful opening those bottles because they about exploded on us.
Okay, you guys, you're gonna have to bear with this. We're like getting used to this. Okay, Willowbrook, don't you know our wives don't think we are funny? Okay, you guys, so we got to meet Jesse and his wife when we went to South Carolina to meet Jess and I, and it was funny because he'd been talking to Nathan, and okay, yeah. So in all honesty, we get a lot of people be like, hey, like we've even had a lot of people stop at our house like, hey, we're like really good friends with the Sowards, and we saw that they moved and you moved, and we called Jess or Maya, and they're like, we don't have a clue what you're talking about. And so that was kind of the case with Jesse, as he had been messaging Nathan, and Nathan was like texting Jeremiah like, hey man, like we know this guy, is he good? And Jeremiah's like, yeah, he's cool, you're good. And so we got to meet him and his wife are starting their homestead. They haven't been doing it for very long, I don't think, but you guys go check out his channel as well. He is hilarious.
Yes, he is.
So we've been getting a kick out of him. Savannah, are y'all going to get goats? We are not. We are not. And someone had asked about my cow. I say my as if I have one.
She has them every now and then.
That was kind of funny. So here's the deal with the cow too, y'all. Honest hour over here. I like got on this huge kick of like, oh my gosh, I really want a cow. I even like had justified it in a lot of ways of like, we can put it in this area. We live on a ridge, so we do not have really good pasture, which is something that Nathan's been working a lot on, is building the pasture for our animals, but not wanting to oversaturate pasture, and also just like wanting our animals to have a good life. So we've been trying to put these things in place, and I was really on this cow kick to the point where like Nathan was reaching out to like people he used to work with at the farmers co-op. He had like found cows. And then when it came down to like, okay, like, are we going to make this decision? I had just like sheer conviction, if I'm being totally honest, because we have a dairy that is literally a half a mile down the road from us. She's a very precious lady. She's where we buy all of our milk from now. And I had to ask myself, Jill, you preach and teach and educate sustainability. And the question I was like feeling conviction on is this sustainable? Like, do you really have means to have a cow? And is it the sustainable thing to do, or is the sustainable thing to do to support the dairy down the road that is doing that for their living? And it was like, I remember coming to Nathan and being like, like, this is not a sustainable thing that I'm wanting to do. And also, like, I'm taking away from community and what she's doing so well down the road. And she has much more land. She has 30 acres for her jerseys. And so we really just kind of pumped the brakes on that and was like, we need to really support her and what she's doing. There are not very many dairies around here. Really, the ones that are have just like gone out of business from lack of support from the community. And that's kind of where I am on it right now. I feel really good about the decision to keep supporting her and what she's doing.
And I'm proud of you.
Thank you. It was hard. It was a hard decision.
Plan on doing some traveling this year too.
We do, yeah.
So, finding somebody to come milk every day while we're gone.
That'd be hard.
Yeah.
From one gardener to another. Hey guys, love that you're doing a live. Thank you. We are happy to be here. If we want, we can donate like we did for Jess. We could donate and then maybe Nate can eat something he doesn't like. Thank you guys.
If you can find something I don't like, good luck.
Nicole, is Nathan still set on working off farm, or is he itching to move on the farm one day?
Oh, that's a great question. I love sales. I'm in sales, and I love building relationships and talking to people, and I enjoy everything about sales. However, I don't know what that looks like. This is not our forever property. I've definitely got lots of work to do here, but I don't see it in the near future, to be honest with you. So,
someone said our picture's not really clear. You guys, the internet out here stinks, so it's probably us.
I wonder if that light is. Can you turn it? Oh yeah, make me the main focus here.
There we go. Okay. Deep South will be selling their female Dexter calf soon. Danny has mentioned selling Betty several times lately. We have heard of a lot of people.
Maybe eventually.
Oh, man, it keeps hopping away from us. Okay. Christina, Jill, I love you. Did the Growing Gardeners course. I'm making rabbit poop compost tea, but I was wondering if you could explain how to put the regular rabbit poop on the garden directly. Well, thank you for purchasing the course. We appreciate that. That was really fun, especially just like getting to catch up with everybody on the live when I flew out to South Carolina. As far as the rabbit poop, it is a dry manure, meaning it's not going to like burn up any plants if you put it directly on there. So you can literally take it and just put it directly on your garden beds. We just didn't do that because June.
Let me put a disclaimer in there. It is safe. But you want to make sure you water it in well. If you throw a bunch of pellets on your garden and it's in June, July, and we don't have any rain for a month, it's going to do some damage.
Yeah.
So
that is true.
Just be sure and water it in well.
How are the piggies?
Piggies are getting fat.
I
should have. All right. Let me tell this story real quick, and then we'll get into that. Okay. So I took Charlie. Everybody's been going stir crazy. We've been iced in, and so Charlie wanted to have like a daddy-daughter day, and so we went around the farm and fed animals and did all these things, and we were out there in the pig pen, and she said, "Daddy, what are their names?" And anyways, I told her, I said, I've named them all, and she did not like my names.
Yeah, I'm sure
she
didn't.
Renamed every one of the hogs. And so, all right, so let me address this. I separated the boar.
You're going to have to be careful slamming.
I know, I'm like.
It's like Nathan's nervous thing.
My tick, I talk with my hands.
And so, but it is like directly on the table anytime we're like doing something like this. So we've had a lot of meetings like virtually this past week, and he's like shaking the whole table.
All right, put my hand up here. So
you can hold my hand.
So, where was I going with this? I separated the boar and the sow. And because we had seen him mounting his sisters and didn't think that was appropriate. And so anyways, I bought every one of these from Bintern that used to work here with Jess and Maya. And anyways, his parents, I think, watch our YouTube. And anyways, his dad had watched the video and said, "Hey, you may want to call them regarding those pigs." And Bintern called me, or he texted me one day, and he said, "Hey, no worries. I castrated that boar when he was young."
A few other things he said.
And a few other things, and basically made me feel like an idiot. But, I'm a new pig farmer, so don't laugh.
But all of y'all giving advice on how to see if our piggies are pregnant. We don't have to worry about that.
Yeah, no worries.
Oh, from one gardener to another, are you going to do lives every Sunday? We are not. I think the goal is to try to go live, like once a month, once every other month.
We said that at one point in time, and just life, right? But we would like to try to go live once a month. Yeah.
Oh, they said that the blinds need to be pulled, which I think we might have fixed that. But we keep our blinds open all the time. There we go. Maybe that helps a little.
Did that help any?
Okay, Rain Falls. Love y'all. Miss you. We have missed you guys too. You don't realize how much like you miss doing lives until you come back and you do it. Ron said, "Don't know anything Nate won't eat." That is true.
Patricia Ferguson, I live in Arkansas. Hello.
Such a respectful decision. See, we appreciate that. It's so easy to in today's age. Is like have more, do more, like live that fast lifestyle. I feel like we've even got caught up in that lifestyle. And like sometimes you just like something we've been talking through a lot lately is being minimalistic, which is hard for a girl who likes to thrift. And so Nathan and no, it don't say never. Okay. But it's one of those things like I've justified what I've done because I buy it secondhand. And even then it's like, and so we've just really been like thinking about really the future of our children. Like what are things that like we need to set in place now to prepare our children when they're adults, or to help our children when they're adults, or whatever. By doing that, like there's sacrifices we have to make now, which I'm happy to make those, but we live in a culture where people aren't accustomed to doing that. And so hearing you guys just being like super respectful of like, yeah, well, you need to do this. And like, I mean, I think that was the biggest thing is like the hate, which it wasn't even really hate. Like you guys were playful, but it was like, I was doing you a disservice by not giving you this thing and knowing like the reason that we're doing it and that you guys fully understand that now. It makes me feel a lot better.
I baited you guys and I apologize. We have had a plan for a long time.
What a turd. Yeah. The Grateful Patch. What all have you freeze dried?
Ooh. So as of right now, I have done cabbage and then freeze dried the homemade chicken noodle soup, which turned out fantastic.
You made a really good chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, I made some, like, not bragging, but it was really good. And it freeze dried so easy, and it will be so easy to reconstitute. So, but I've got plans. I've got to make freezer space. And so we've got tons of veggies in the freezer right now, like kales and tomatoes, and there's just so much frozen veggies in our freezer that I'm going to freeze dry a lot of that and get it out and make room.
Mary Ellen said, would love to have you guys visit our Airbnb. Come see the alpaca farm and our fiber processing mill.
Airbnb in Connecticut. Never been to Connecticut.
Hello, Jericho Road Farm from Virginia. How are you? All right, Heart and Soul Homestead. If Jess's favorite thing to grow is tomatoes, what is your favorite, Jill? That's hard. It's certainly not tomatoes. I enjoy growing tomatoes. I just don't enjoy like eating them. I think I would have to say it changes seasonally. Like right now, I'm really enjoying growing flowers because I'm learning so much. And I'm having to like use my brain and like troubleshoot. We have all these overwintered flowers and they are just like throwing us for like curveballs left and right. And so, that's something that has been really fun for me to grow this last year. Moving into this year, that is the bulk of what our production is going to be as flowers. But for me, I think root vegetables, I just really, something about growing like a radish or a carrot. And like we have got literally like gallons of carrots that we fermented. Just the processing of that's really fun. You have all these different flavor profiles and things you can do with them. And so I don't know. I think root vegetables are probably some of my favorite things.
And Sean brought up a great idea the other day when he was here. We may try to freeze dry some fermented carrots.
Oh yeah, and have them be like little chips.
Yeah, fermented chips. Hey, I want to point out Jericho Road Farm. That's Pastor Brian that we talked to in Virginia.
Hello. Oh my goodness. See, Nathan, like I see the names and it's hard for me. He has to make the connections for me all the time. How are you? Oh my goodness. Hello.
We've got to call him.
We do. Michelle, thank you for that super chat. We appreciate that. Hey, Kip. How are you doing? You sold the side by side. Pretty good, Nate. Well, yeah. Did. So, and he kept telling me too, he was like something about you're probably going to edit out most of my video. And I was thinking, I wonder why I would do that.
I told her that she may not give me the GoPro anymore. She may not let me do this.
Y'all, I take care of this man. Okay. Michelle Goodwin, we always have fire ants after rain, especially if they've made it to your area. How do you deal with them? We have fire ants. We
So
joke
bad.
that had we known about the fire ant situation, we might would have not bought the property. That's how
it's pretty
bad
bad.
the ants are.
I can tell you, I've tried several different things. We have taken shovels and put, scoop of ants from one mound into the other. We've done that. That may work, may not.
There are like, natural remedies like cinnamon, but like where we are, we'd have to buy like cinnamon in like bulk bags from a Sure standard to be able to even come close to that.
So I bought 10 pounds of cornstarch and sprinkled cornstarch as far as the 4 pounds or 10 pounds would go. And I think they laughed at it. I don't know. I mean, it may kill some on the surface, but it doesn't kill that queen. They just move to a different place. So I don't have a good answer for you.
I don't either.
Not a natural one anyways.
I swept Homestead. Do you have a worm bin? We put our rabbit poop in our worm bins. We don't. We've really wanted to.
That's a great
venture
idea.
into that. Pops Flowers. Now that y'all are really settled in, reflection on the move transition. I'm so glad we did it. I feel like we are finally we've been here almost 6 months, and we're like finally stepping into transitioning it into our space. Like the inside was super easy to like kind of come in and you get to decorate, and Jess and I have very kind of different styles, and so like the inside naturally became my own. The outside, however, is hard, right? When you're transitioning, and I appreciate a lot of the things that they did. However, we have different goals on our farms, and knowing that like that was a transition that we were going to have to be delicate with, not with them. Like we've been very open and honest with them. I think it was just like the people who are so used to seeing this as Jess and Maya's space. And so we've been slowly announcing some of the things we're doing. We've had such great response from all of you guys and our viewers that I feel like now we are really like coming into the spring, the summer, we're just going to be able to like grab it by the horns and really just like do what we've envisioned. And it feels really good.
And we've got lots of things we want to do with this place, and that we will, but it's going to take time. We're just knocking each project out as we can afford it. So.
Yeah. It's been great though. It's been to look back on where we started and knowing that this is where we are right now. It just feels like we're super grateful and humbled by the whole thing.
That's right. And there's so much potential here.
Oh yeah.
So
Heart and Sew Homestead. Did you bake anything yummy today, Jill? I have mixed berry cobbler in the oven. That sounds delicious. I have not. The kids were itching to go to the park. So even though there's like ice on the ground, it's all starting to melt. We took the kids to the park, and then we had some yummy Greek food for lunch. And then we've been working all afternoon, actually.
Jeremy, I think that's Jeremy signing out. Looks like he's going fishing. So.
Oh, bye, Jeremy. Hope you catch some stuff. Hello, Leslie.
I don't read as fast as you.
Oh, sorry. Wild and Free. What do you use to start fermenting? I want to get into it. So we bought these, like, really just you need the fermenting lids and the weights. And we had somebody send us that on our Amazon wish list, I think. And it was relatively inexpensive. I don't know that I have any in here.
Yeah, I think it's right here, actually. Let me see if I can grab it. We have so much. We have been fermenting in 5-gallon buckets.
Be Drone 54. I would love to have you dig deeper on flowers. Planning to plant more this year and would love to know what goes best with it. That's a great idea. Thank you. Savannah, are y'all doing meat birds again? We are for the first time. Any tips? No. We will probably never do meat birds again. I felt major guilt. We went to Whole Foods yesterday because I needed chicken to go with the recipe because we didn't have any. And I buy this chicken, this organic chicken that costs like an arm and a leg. And it made Nathan mad. And he's like, Jill, that chicken came from China.
Yeah. We've got so many local producers.
We were talking about that.
So many local producers close to us. We just happen to not have any at the moment.
It was a bad judgment call, but for us, it sparked a conversation of like, we're just going to get our chicken from these farmers that we know and trust. We know what they feed. We feel good about how they were raised and harvested and things like that. Because meat birds are just, like, you got this. Okay. Like, you got this. But for us,
within an hour, we've got 3 places. BW Family Farms, which you guys, probably a lot of you guys know. We've got Rabbit Ridge Farms, some of you may know, and then Bradford Valley Farms.
yeah.
Kinsey, you know, I mean, there's so many options for chicken.
Nathan, what's your favorite vegetable to grow? Mary wants to know.
Oh, to grow?
Say, Mama does all the growing.
Yeah, I have a little input though.
You have a lot of input. Whoa, there are so.
I love tomatoes. I tell you what I'm really excited about. Can I tell them this about the new cucumber this year?
Yeah.
So I love cucumbers, and we buy lots of cucumbers in the off season. And I haven't found a good way to preserve cucumbers besides pickles, right?
Yeah.
But those little miniature cucumbers, I love them. I can sit there and eat a bag full of those in 10 minutes. And so Jill's going to grow some of those for me so I can pickle them.
I'm trying to think
the girls love them.
I got them from Johnny Seeds. I'm going to be honest with you. They're like $18. Okay. They're not cheap. They are a hybrid for high producing. So that's the thing too, is like in the high tunnel, we're only growing hybrid, high producing crops. So even though they cost more, the yield will be 3 or 4 times what any other variety would be. I think it's called Excelsior cucumber, slicing cucumber.
Hi, Jackie from the UK.
Amber wants to know, will you guys be trying rabbits again?
I enjoyed the rabbits. Jill and the girls weren't big on eating the rabbits. And so that's another thing. I may just be calling my buddy Ron or my buddy Jacob and saying, hey, you got any rabbits to eat?
Although I did just see Creators of the Lost Art, Ron, the guy, our friend who built the table and stuff, they just had baby bunnies. So if you want to know more about that, maybe go check them out. Maybe they'll have better information than we did.
I tell you, Ron's got quail too. And we talked about getting back into quail. So.
How do you keep your houseplants from getting fungus gnats? You know, I don't really deal with that this time of year a lot, mainly in the summer when the house stays hotter. I just sprinkle cinnamon on the soil surface and it works really well. Jackie, love watching how much you guys can do now. Thank you. That has been the fun thing too, is just having the space freedom to like try new things. Moo Choo, a tractor before a side-by-side.
Yeah. I need a tractor. I want a side-by-side.
That's right.
So,
Becky, I have followed you from Quitman to here. I am from Arkansas too. Please don't run off to South Carolina. No. Don't worry. We get asked that all the time. We love Jess and Maya, but they are definitely following where God has led them. And
God has not told me.
God has not told us South Carolina.
No. Maybe somewhere tropical.
Yes. Verna Flower Farm. Do you price your flower starts the same as your vegetables by the size container? It's a bit different. So with our vegetables, we do them in 6-packs typically. And honestly, we price them like the plants that we're a part of. You kind of have like a minimum, and you're asked not to go beneath that. So usually our 6-packs we're doing for $6, which is more than our vegetables.
Yeah. Miss Nicole Olson, we loved your video, Nathan. We knew the side-by-side comment was just ribbing. And Nicole, I recognize your name, so thank you for always commenting, always being pleasant and positive on our videos.
We appreciate you guys so much.
I remember that name.
I thought someone said, how about borax? And I thought they said Botox for some reason. You guys, I can't see it. I was like, I didn't get no Botox.
I have not tried borax. I have not. I have tried vinegar. There again, I just think that it may kill some on the surface. I just feel like if it's a good established mound, they're just going to move their queen somewhere else.
That's true.
I probably do need to try the borax, though.
Will you be doing a fermentation series on YouTube? We certainly can. We're always up for suggestions. I would love a fermentation series, too. Okay. Hello from Michigan. It is 18. Lord. Becky, I'm about to start seeds for the first time. Will you be showing when you start yours? Well, that's awesome. Congratulations. Starting seeds is like one of my favorite things to do. I will. We have not. I started a couple trays of flowers this past week, but since the bulk of what we're growing is flowers, we will not really be starting anything until like the end of February and into March. And even for our vegetables, that's something you see a lot. I did just do a YouTube video on knowing when to start your thing, so maybe check that out for reference. But a lot of times people just start their things too early. And I have fell victim to that several times in the past. And so really it's not necessary, and you have much stronger, established plant starts if you just like grow them within the time frame that they need to be.
We all start itching this time of year, right? To get some things started. So Kip Russell, we are over the COVID now, and Pat is getting better with a broken leg. Hallelujah. Glad you guys are getting over the COVID. I caught something.
We all caught a little bug.
I don't know. For the last 2 weeks, somebody in our family has been sick, and that's why I sound like this. I'm getting over it.
Are you keeping the perennial flower garden? We are.
With some changes.
Yeah. Really, I think that the goal for this year is to put in really efficient systems. And by doing that, we have to narrow down growing and doing it all, right? Because it is just me full time. Nathan obviously helps. Sean is working with us, but again, like he doesn't live here, so he's coming over on certain days, and then I do it on certain days. And so with that being said, we just can't like max out all the spaces, and really just try to figure out like the most efficient way to do that. So I don't know what all we'll be planting in them this year. Really just trying to clean it up.
Yeah, it was very sporadic and kind of overgrown. So it just needed to be cleaned up a little bit.
Yeah. So yes, we do love the idea of that being the kitchen garden and staying the kitchen garden, but I'm not going to put a huge emphasis on trying to like plant that this year while trying to put in some other.
Christina L says, "What's your next big project?"
Well, we're working on our sourdough course right now. So we're launching a sourdough course and sourdough starter. That has been a big project that's taken time and trying to figure out, we made like 10 gallons of starter. And that's been really fun because Nathan's been involved. So I'm doing it with Sean, but his wife Melanie's been involved. So it's really just kind of been like this big group, like us just all spending days and days together, like hanging out and like baking and making stuff. So that's been really cool.
And if you can only imagine 10 gallons worth of sourdough, like that has been drying, and my house has smelled like sourdough, like just fermented bread forever.
Ashley Smith, what did you decide for the pink gate? I can tell them, right? Can I tell them?
Sure.
Okay. We decided yellow. It's going to be a beautiful yellow. And
to match your personality.
Thanks.
I stole that from a lot of you guys.
You goober. Here, I thought it was a compliment. Yeah, and so we want to have a metal sign made. And so that we're kind of in the figuring that out. You guys know the saying that I came up with, and I put on a sticker, find what sparks joy and grow that in abundance. Isn't that how it goes? Yeah. So I thought about maybe having that and putting some sort of sign on the door. We thought about having some sort of like half willow, half sunflower. I don't know. So we know the color's yellow. We're trying to figure out like a really pretty welcome gate sign to go on there.
Do you have any herbal medicine videos? I've been trying to get into.
Kaylee over at the Honeystead just got her like certification to be an herbalist, and I know that that's a huge shift in her content right now. So I personally do not. She's the only one I really know.
Like we're really into that, but our knowledge is pretty limited when it comes to that. That's something that I'm fascinated with, and we're actually going to Miss Tina's farm because there's an herbalist.
Yeah, we're going to take an apothecary course in Tennessee in a few weeks. Or when is it?
A few weeks.
In a few weeks.
Yeah.
Hello, Kat from Hawaii.
Oh, man.
Jill, do you want me to send you my favorite sourdough sandwich bread recipe? Yes, always. Okay, Mark, we always get too many zucchini. What do you do with yours? Any tips? Well, before the freeze dryer, I would make boatloads of zucchini bread, like
Yes.
chocolate zucchini bread, blueberry zucchini bread, cinnamon zucchini, like any type of zucchini bread you could think of. We would make it and freeze it, and we'd take it out anytime someone would come over.
We'd send people home with it.
We'd send people home with it. Now, if we have like an abundance, like obviously freeze drying would be a really good option.
And speaking of that, I have recently, one of our viewers, and I'm part of a freeze drying group, but there is a zucchini cracker recipe that I've got my hands on. And so when we get an abundance of zucchini, I will be freeze drying and making zucchini cracker snacks. So
everybody says we're freezing up, you guys. I'm so sorry. Time has begun. Thank you so much for that super chat. You guys are so sweet.
So nice.
Sherry O'Connell. Nathan has mentioned that this is not your forever farm. Do you have a game plan for timing, like 5 or 10 years? Like 10 years.
10 years max.
Yeah. The goal is to stay here for 8 to 10 years while we find another piece of property and pay down on it. That's our goal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We should do a video on that.
We should. Yeah.
One day. We've got some big plans. Like I said, debt-free journey, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we want to pay this place off pretty quick and then find some land or somewhere tropical, or I don't know. I won't get
we'll
too
see.
deep into it, but
we'll see. Actually, when do you start your zinnias? I start my zinnias like 3 to 4 weeks when we're free of our frost. So when is our frost date? April 8th.
I don't know what it is this year.
So like probably second week of March is when I'm starting mine. Second, third week of March. Have you ever thought of quail for eggs instead of chickens? Dan. Yes. Nathan used to raise quail.
Not for eggs, but I really enjoy eating quail. So that's something I'll probably get into soon.
Drifting Soul Sisters, thank you for all the hard work you do. It's lovely to be able to watch your family grow before and now on your new farm. We're in northern Western Australia. Wow. And the forecast is 77 to 91. Well, thank you so much. That was really sweet. So stoked for the sourdough add-ons to the shop soon. Love watching you guys. Thank you. Hello from Maine. It's currently 10 degrees. Whoa. I love that you two are doing all of this together. I pray God continues to bless your marriage and family. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm down for the sourdough course. So that is one of the big things we are working on. Our friend Jeremy is moving our site from one domain to another platform, which will be easier to like integrate shopping like on our social media accounts and things like that. And so one of the big goals for us on the business side of things for 2022 is kind of building this online mercantile where you've got home goods and kitchen goods, you've got fermenting supplies, you've got handmade tools that I would love to have, designed and locally made. Where's my flower belt thingy? So yeah, that is one of the biggest things that we are kind of working on a business side. Is just really kind of expanding our online store. What are you trying to do?
I was trying to scroll down.
Oh, Nathan doesn't know how to use my computer. He about put one of y'all in the doghouse. I'm so happy you decided yellow. Our Okie Homestead. Hope to meet y'all at the Okie Homestead Expo. Gotta run to the barns. Have a good one. Bye. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah.
Starflower Grass Rock. I can see your family in Hawaii. Y'all, Hawaii is expensive. I'm not sure that would fit our budget.
That's a bucket list place. Like,
yeah.
Our goal in the next 8 to 10 years is to do a little traveling. We kind of have an idea of where we'd like to be, but we want to travel and see a little bit of the country and the world before we make that decision. So
Kat Fuller, when can we get the sourdough starter? So we have the sourdough starter drying right now. The biggest thing is we're waiting for our website to be switched. So we were finishing up last minute details on that. And I think the goal is to have everything available. Pull up my calendar by so we're giving ourselves the next week to like fine tune everything, and it should be available the week of the 14th, probably towards the end of the week. We are going to have it to where you can bundle the starter and the course to get a discount. And so those are some of the things that we're trying to finish wrapping up right now.
Hi, Ann Scott from Scotland.
Hello.
She is a regular.
Well, thank you.
And very pleasant. Thank you.
I really enjoy your content. You have inspired me. Thank you, Sherry. It's great to go debt-free, Kip. It is. We learned that the hard way.
Yes, we did.
Oh, come visit on the Oregon coast. I bet it's really pretty.
Oh, yes, another bucket list area.
Tanya said, I would love to meet you guys while you are in Tennessee. What part is the class in?
That is a great question.
Oh, Brittany says, your coffee has become my favorite roast. Thank you. It's my favorite too. I'm working on a spring blend right now, and it's going to be like fruity and floral, and I'm really excited. We've been working with the local coffee shop the last few weeks to kind of test some things out. Sherry, will you have coffee for sale at the Okie Homestead Expo? We will. We're going to have coffee. Nick from Bootstrap Farmer is going to drive down. We'll have our pots available. We'll have our sourdough. We're hoping to have a few different things available for you guys, which will be really, really fun.
Yeah.
Come to Michigan.
back to the Tennessee. I know it's right outside of Nashville, but I can't remember the exact town.
That's a good idea. And Tiffany May said you can shred zucchini and freeze it in a muffin tin. And that is a half a cup basically for different recipes. You can chop zucchini up in burgers and it's delicious. That is a really good idea. Hello from Ontario, Canada. Where is the apothecary course? I'd love to go to one of those. Can you see if she'll send a link and we can leave it in there?
I will reach out to Miss Tina.
Thank you so much for the mug, sticker, and magnets. I love them so much. I use the mug daily. We are so glad. Did you find out about the thickness of the plastic you have on your greenhouse? It's 6 mil.
I think it is 6 mil.
Yeah, probably 6 mil.
What Sean ordered it, so.
Hey, homesteading pastor, how are you?
Hey.
Wait, you sell coffee? Yeah, we do. Yes.
It's really, we really enjoy it. So.
Well, and I can say that because I'm kind of a coffee snob, that it is good coffee. Like I say that with confidence. If you go to our website, thewhisperingwillowfarm.com, you will see that we have coffee. And hopefully by the springtime, we will be adding on a couple more blends for those of you who maybe just want to have some different stuff. The yellow door will look great beside the orange climbing roses that Jess planted. Yes, we agree. Pure South Pastures Farm. Can we purchase coffee online? Yes. Will you grab our link and post it in the chat?
How do I do that?
Do you plan on growing your own coffee? No. We've actually looked into that. Someone has sent me coffee to grow before, which I thought was really cool, but it just doesn't. It would not grow well in our climate here at all. Sherry, love the coffee. We are taking our vacation from Maine to Oklahoma. Can't wait. I hope I can meet you. That is awesome. We're really excited to be able to meet a bunch of people.
Are you going? Is she going to the expo?
I am assuming that's what she was talking about. Okay. Once again, I want to say hi to both y'all. I love you both and love Roots and Refuge. You're a beautiful blessing in our lives, touching our hearts each and every day with your vlogs. Aw, thank you, Tanya. That's really sweet.
Yeah, thank you.
Savannah goes Murfreesboro, Fairview, Dixon, Kingston Springs. Tell her where this is. We'll find out.
Here's the deal. We met this beautiful lady at HOA in Virginia last year, Miss Tina, and she has got. Well, I've only seen pictures, but this beautiful farm, Honeysuckle Farm, and anyway, she is holding this course. And I kind of surprised Jill with a trip there to take that little course. So
that's really sweet. Someone says, goodness and everybody, do you ship your coffee to Canada? So this is another thing I really wanted to address is we've not been able to ship to Canada or internationally with the domain or the hosting platform, I guess, that our website's on now, because literally to ship one sticker was like $30.
Yeah.
And so that was a big part. It's like we have a lot of you guys from Canada and Australia who follow what we do, and we really appreciate that. So in a couple weeks when we switch to a different platform, it'll be on Shopify. We will be able, if you are anywhere international, you will be able to order it and get it where it's not costing you an arm and a leg, which was kind of the thing too, is like having to pay that much for something like that is silly. So
yeah, and we're excited just to be able to offer that to people, outside the U.S. So.
Sharon says, I watch all of your videos from Chicago. I always appreciate your genuine encouragement, regardless of the amount of land or experience we have. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet.
All right, how do I do this?
You should be able to see what we're live. Like search our thing. Anne said, hi, Nathan. I hope you get your side by side. Mary Ellen, can you grow peppers, tomatoes, or cucumbers in a green stock? Yes, you can grow all of those, actually. Green stock has these really cool like trellis supports that kind of snap onto the side of it. And so I've grown cucumbers in mine and peppers in mine. I know Jess grew tomatoes in hers. Someone wants to know what you're cooking for dinner tonight, Nathan.
Actually, my beautiful bride cooked white chicken chili last night and a very large helping of it. And so we ate it over rice. And tonight we're going to do tortillas. And so we're going to put...
Oh, okay. Someone commented, Honeysuckle Farm is in Springfield. Sorry.
Where do you see that?
Miss Bonnie.
Thank you, Miss Bonnie. Springfield, Tennessee.
I said Miss Bonnie. I have no idea if that's appropriate or not. So sorry.
Oh.
Oh, hello, 2 quacks and 5 clucks. How's it going? You're going to have to turn me down. I was editing my own video today earlier and did an Instagram video. And I was like, do you guys get tired of hearing my voice? Because I get tired of hearing it.
I never get tired.
Pops Flowers, how do you plan on selling your flowers this year? Farmers market. We do not do the farmers market. We have a local farm stand that we're growing all of our flowers for her and her. It's like a local grocery store. And so that's who we're growing for. Jesse from Willowbrook Homestead I grew collard greens in my green stock. It really does good for like leafy greens, chards, collards, things like that. Absolutely. It really just thrives. What is your favorite place on the property?
My favorite place? Probably the bedroom. No.
I cannot edit that out.
I know.
But let's say it.
Sorry, guys.
Let me answer.
Go for it.
The raised bed garden. It really is so special. And even though we are like changing things and we're going to be growing different things, it has such a sweet memory of like just like seeing Jessica like from this, like we knew this farm before it was like Roots and Refuge Farm. And so every time I go out there, even though this is my own space now, I just have like this overwhelming rush of emotions of like what it was and what they made it into, and then what we got and what we're going to make it into. And it has so many sweet memories for me, and just the potential of what's out there and what's to come for our farm. It just is a really sweet place on the farm for me.
Yes, I'm blushing.
Y'all, I can't with this man.
Sometimes I just can't hold back.
2 quacks and 5 clucks. I need to pick your brain offline about timing when to start seeds based off the first day of my plant sale. Nathan will give you my number. I would say send me an Instagram message, but I'm the worst about responding to those.
She is.
So I will be happy to help you. Jody, you are both so inspiring. Love spending my weekends watching from Boulder City. Oh, thank you. Foster mom. My husband would have said the same. Well, I'm glad I'm not the only one. Okay, some of y'all have asked for our PayPal. That is really sweet. I don't even know if I want to say it's Whispering Willow Farm. Here's the email associated with it. I'm really kind of bad about knowing this stuff.
How did we meet? Church?
We met at church.
Mm-hmm.
My sister-in-law now introduced us. You are, Nicole, you are not the worst about responding. Thank you. It is on. Okay, this is another big thing. Y'all are getting all the updates. Another big thing that we did was we added someone to our team. And not not the farming side of it, but the social side of it. And so, goodness, for the last several weeks, we've been meeting with someone because, like, you guys know, Nathan handles all of our comments on YouTube, and there are some that I'll catch. He tries to. And we feel very passionate about that. Like, we just appreciate that you guys invest in what we do, and we want to be respectful of that and let you guys know that we care, and we want you guys here. And with Instagram, I get really overwhelmed. And just with all the things, I mean, I have like hundreds of messages. And so we ended up hiring a social media marketer who's going to help us kind of streamline everything. We're going to have newsletters that are going out monthly, keeping you guys up to date and involved. She's going to be helping me schedule out time to respond and be intentional, really, and just kind of get organized. And so I do feel bad if you reach out to me on Instagram. That's like just an area that I don't do very well at, but we're working on it. And we're going to get organized and stay connected with you guys a lot better. Temp Act. My 2 girls and I love watching you. Thank you. Jill, did we convince you that Nathan needs a side-by-side Mary? Well, did you miss the blog earlier? No, I want Nathan to have a side-by-side. I think it'll be one of those things, too, that when we do get it and we've done it in a way where it's not putting us in debt, we'll feel really good about the investment that we've made. Nicole, love your email address. Thank you. That is Jill Pickle is my nickname, thanks to my daddy. All right, you guys, if you have any more questions, throw them out here. We're going to be wrapping up this live in a few minutes. Nathan has 2 sides. He has a side by side.
I do have 2 sides.
Happy growing. Excited to see how it works out. Thank you, Jill, for sending me the Amazon link for your kitchen scale. I ordered the blue one last night. You are so welcome. Hello, Sherry. Mountain Creek Homestead. Hi from North Carolina. Hi from Colorado. Y'all, I used to live in Colorado. Oh, you're getting your Anita. Is that how you say that? You're getting your high tunnel this spring. That is super exciting.
That is exciting. You'll love it. Jason,
any possibility of a cast iron cookbook? We enjoyed hearing all about the things you make in the cast iron. You should do that, Nathan. Man,
I do cook everything in a cast iron, and if it's
do that, babe.
If it's never been cooked in a cast iron, I'll figure out a way to cook it.
Hello from the Bahamas. Well, hello.
Yes.
Send us some of that.
Can we trade spots?
Walker Farm. Can't wait to meet y'all in March at the Okie Homesteading Conference. Me too. We are super excited about that.
We are. I'm very excited about that. One, because it's not far from us. So.
Kat, love chatting with you guys. I can't wait to see what you do with the gardens. Thank you. What is your favorite, most used thing on the farm? Gosh.
I would have to say my back.
I cannot. You just have water in there. What's in your drink?
Oh,
my most used thing on the farm, honestly, is probably my harvesting buckets. I usually always have those. Even if I'm not like harvesting produce in them, I'll stick all my tools or my seeds and then take them out to do what I need to do. So that's probably one of my most used things. Love how every time anyone mentions something to you about Nathan getting a side-by-side, he grins and giggles. I'm sure I unintentionally roll my eyes.
I set her up. I showed her every one of your comments, and she got she got mad at me.
Do you sell Zoom time? LaDawn, I'm not sure what it is you're asking. I'm super into learning more about the market gardening, flowers especially. I've been watching you in the lovely Berkeley Farms. Thank you. My friend Sean and I did a flower course. You can find us on, it's called Beginning Blooms. I'll leave it in the chat after we close, but we did a flower course, and we're going to be continuing to do flower courses. So maybe that's what you're referring to?
Tanya Gray. What'd you say?
I am not far outside of Springfield. I would love to buy you a cup of coffee. Well, that is certainly the way to my heart.
I think she was talking to me.
Oh, okay.
Springfield, Missouri or Springfield, Arkansas?
What is your favorite thing in the kitchen? My pottery. Jill, do you take him out in public? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Brittany, why would you have to discard sourdough? So you discard to refeed. Essentially, you are activating, you're activating all the gluten and the yeast that's in there. So that is why we discard. Does Nate use stocks?
Well, we invest, but I'm not that guy to sit there and look at the stock market. I have got a good friend of mine, actually my roommate in college, that handles that for me.
Sherry said the Beginning Blooms course was great. I learned so much. Thank you for doing it. I am so glad. The feedback on that has been great. Anytime you're doing something like that, there's always room for improvement and growth. And so we've really appreciated your guys' feedback on that. Where do you collect most of your pottery from? Favorite pieces? Once Upon a Farm Stand, Old Dog Pottery is by far our favorite potters. They made
Sure.
our mugs, and they have agreed, right, to make us.
It's not official,
It's
so
not
don't say
official.
anything. But they have made all of our plates
Yeah.
and bowls, and
We're hoping to get them to do another project with us before they just retire for the end of their days.
I know they're such this beautiful couple,
Yeah.
and they're wanting to retire, and we're like, no,
Don't do it.
no, don't do it.
Jill, what was the name of those big radishes that you grew this past year? Daikon radishes. I bought them from Johnny Seeds. Jill, where did you learn sourdough? My friend Sean taught me how to make sourdough. Do you guys have any tips for getting started with moving, like moving and buying animals and buying farm equipment?
I honestly probably couldn't help you there. That is a great question, though. Because this is a stepping stone property for us, right? I mean, we had friends that lived here. We were very familiar with this farm. However, our next place, our next adventure, I'm going to have to do research. That's a tough question.
That is a tough question. I'm going to get a few more of these because our friend's Haas Tools are on. We're going to go hop over on their live. Charles Brooks asked, the biggest thing you learned from Jess and thing you want to change the most? I've learned so many things from Jess. She's been one of those friends who's just invested in me over the years, on not even just a gardening level, but on a personal, help. She just, if you know Jess personally, you're a better human because of it. But farming related, Jess taught me most of what I know about seed starting and really kind of encouraged me and helped troubleshoot that. So that would probably be the biggest thing that I've learned over the years. The thing that I want to change the most, there wasn't really anything specifically she did that I was like, oh, I don't like this, I want to change it. It's just our goals are different. And even though we're not going to be selling to market like what we were doing in the past, I really do want to set our farm up efficiently and with systems to where I can run it and manage it on my own. And so that is one thing that will kind of be changing is growing less, but growing more efficiently and putting those systems in place. And that's really not really, there's nothing that she's done that we would have to change in order to do that. It's just changing how we decide to move forward doing things. Is your goal to totally unplug from the grid? I'm not sure that's possible. Oh, well, hello, Jen from Zaquito.
What did you say?
Every time it gets me, you say it. Hey, Jen, I know who you are.
Hi, Miss Jen from Squisitos.
Squisito. Someone said that they got her popcorn.
That's right. Somebody did say.
You guys,
Charlie got mad at me last night because I would not make her that popcorn.
We'll do a little plug for Jen real quick before we hop off. She said, I cooked your Brussels sprouts today, video to come. That's so exciting. We get all of our cooking oil from her. She has spices. She has everything. You guys can, I wonder if I can highlight this and put it in the notes. Whoops. We've got to get better about how to do this stuff.
Neither one of us are very good with technology.
Neither one of us are going to do this. Okay. I just posted her thing. If you go to her website, you can use our code, WWFarm, and you can get 10% off. Happy shopping. All right, you guys. We are going to wrap up. Do you want to catch a few more of these? We should probably hop off soon. Oh, hi. Emery, I go to school with your daughter Peyton, and I'm good friends with her and her stepbrother Aiden. I just wanted to say I love your channel.
Thank
You are
you.
so sweet. You just got us extra parent points.
And we have actually heard. I've
We
heard
have heard
your
about
name,
you.
Miss Emery. So Peyton talks about you all the time.
Yeah, so I'm glad we were able to plug this on here. Isn't that cool? Like when your kids' friends watch what you do. I hope you grow some really cool stuff this
I
year.
think Peyton is just as embarrassed by me as Jill is. So.
Probably. All right, you guys, we are hopping off here. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Oh, one thing I will add to, if you want to get in on our merch, tomorrow is the last day. We've got t-shirts and sweatshirts in 2 different designs. One of them I actually designed myself. I feel pretty proud about it. It was just wording, but I still feel pretty proud about it. But tomorrow is, I'll grab the link and post that in here, but tomorrow's the last day. You have until I think like midnight or something.
Thank you guys. Thank you, moderators.
Yes, thank you
guys.
so much.
Every one of our moderators have a YouTube channel. Guys, please go check them out.
Yep, they're great people.
Great people. Yes.
And y'all go hop over to Haas Tools and we can finish the conversation and ask them.
That's right. Haas Tools is going live right now. So
that's right. Bye, you guys. Thanks so much.
Bye. Enjoyed it.